born of God, and everyone that loves him that begotten love him also that he's begotten of him. Right? He says, by this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and keep his commandments. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So we know to love God is to do what? Is to keep his commandments. So when you go back to what I was saying before, let me pull it up. Where was that? Okay. So when it says to love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart, that means to keep this commandments with all your heart and with all your soul. Your soul. If you wanna determine where your soul goes after you pass, keep the laws, man. When you keep the laws, you know when you pass, you already know that you're gonna make it into the bosom of Abram, man. You're not gonna wake up into the hell pit fire. You know what I'm saying? And then going back to 22 verse 37, it says, and Christ said unto them, thou shalt love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. It's on keeping the commandments. Keeping the commandments. This is the only thing brothers and sisters need to focus on. Israel, your whole life was to this is the first and great commandment, okay? And the verse 39, it says, and the second is like unto it. So the second one comes right after, okay? Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the laws and the prophets. So once you get these two laws in order, everything else is just gonna fall into place. It's not gonna be hard for you not to commit adultery. It's not gonna be hard for you not to eat crab, shrimp, lobster, because you're gonna have these two royal commandments in thy heart, mind, and soul. So anytime you walk and you go into the supermarket and you see the crab legs and you see the roaches of the sea, and when you see it, you're gonna be like, nah, God told me not to even touch this. I want to live long. I want to live long for my children. I want to be alive for my grandchildren. I want to live long enough to see my great grandchildren. And it's possible. It's possible if you believe. It's possible if you obey. It's possible if you're obedient. It's possible. Don't let nobody tell you it's not possible, man. It's possible. Abraham had his son at 100 years old. Isaac was born when he was 100 years old. It's possible, people. It's really, really possible. You just gotta just fall in line and do what the Father tells you to do. Stop following the tradition of men. Excuse me. Stop following their traditions. This is Titus verse 16. Okay? No. Verse 14. Okay? These traditions come from somebody. Okay? Before I even set up for the broadcast, I just randomly seen something on my phone, and it says the top 10 slave rebellion in the world. The top 10 slave rebellion. You got the Nat Turners, you got the Haitian Revolution, you got all of these things that took place. But what I was paying attention to, the date and the time. And those dates was before these man-made religion tuition. You understand? And now it all makes sense. This is why they had to create these religious institutions. They had to create it because they knew that if we don't take control of these people spiritually, they're going to revolt again. And every revolt was greater than the other. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen a post with the Haitian Revolution where they had the Frenchman hung on a tree, burning him. He was being burnt. He was being hung on a tree and he's being burnt. I sent the PDF. I sent that PDF to the Wiz, and you know what I'm saying. Hopefully she remember to print that joint out for me. But yeah, and it all makes sense. And when you pay attention, when you do your history on when the 7 Day Adventists and the School of the Mormons and all of these chaotic and foo religions that you see upon this earth, you'll realize that it came in the 1800s. Before they literally set us free completely in America, they had to establish these religious sectors for a reason, because these religious sectors was going to be the ones that's going to be used to keep the slaves in bay. If you have a belief that something is going to change and somebody's going to save you, then you'll remain patient and still. Don't read the Bible. Don't read the Bible. Matter of fact, we're gonna put the pastors in place. We're gonna select the pastors. We're gonna train them. We're gonna educate them, and then have them educate you. The old paintings of the churches, you will see you will see a black pastor, but then you'll see the white slave master sitting in there making sure that everything was in order. They had to make sure that the Nat Turners was no longer here. You understand? They like, I can't make this stuff up, you know? And now we at a point in time where they're telling you to your face that yeah, you are the children. Now what? They telling you that. They telling you that. They got this TV show called Them. I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't watch it. I just seen the Wiz watch it. You know what I'm saying? And I just seen a clip, and in that clip it says the white guy says to the so-called black woman, he says, you know why are you suffering? You had a covenant with God and you broke it. I was like, ooh, straight like that. I was like, straight like that. I say, yeah. And among them know what time it is. Like, they know. They know. They know. They know. They've been knowing. I've been telling you guys this for years. Even before I was on YouTube doing all of this, I've been telling you guys for years, street preaching, just converting with individuals, talking with my bros, telling them, listen, the man them know who you are. They know who you are. There's a reason why everything that's perceived to be of color, black, Latino, it has to be in a negative light. It has to be. It can never be in a pot that they're just wicked. Wicked. I can't make this stuff up. You see the wickedness